What a view, y'all. Love to see all of that. But it is time to talk to Istar.
Oh, thank the stars. Master, I hope you'll forgive me. I think I made an itsy-bitsy boo-boo. Everyone's mad at me, even the house genie. You see, it's kind of awkward. The Lord of House Tabby passed away without an heir, and there's a catfight over who gets the lordship. The Lord's cousin, Count Crowl, has seized control of Tabby Manor to assert his claim, but he was not very friendly when I talked to him. House Persian is House Tabby's vassal, and they've attacked the manor asserting their own claim. So I had an idea that we would support them. But then I remembered they're the ones who resurrected Xerxes, so that's not good for us. I went back to Count Crowl, but now he's really angry. So I need to teleport back in and try to convince Count Crowl to meet with you. Meantime, try to convince the gate guard to let you in.
Yeah, you got it.
Stay back, stranger. It may not be obvious to you, but Tabby Manor is under siege. Until House Persian retreats, we're admitting no visitors. You're with the genie from Aggrobah? All the more reason not to trust you. I heard she was supporting House Persian's claim. Oh, so now she's changed her mind. And I'm to believe you? Look, you want in? Defeat some House Persian assailants. Then we can talk. You certainly seem to know your way around a duel circle. I'm impressed. And I suppose it's clear you have no loyalty to House Persian. It seems your genie friend has also convinced Count Crowl of her change of heart. The Count sent word that you're cleared for entry. You'll find the Count and the Djinn inside the Manor's Great Hall. I hope you're able to help settle the Count's claim to the lordship.
Why does Daphne have a mullet, bro? the chrysalis hats that drop are so ugly. So I decided I was just going to stitch a hairstyle to it, and that's the one that I had that didn't look completely stupid. So that's where we're at.
Ah, so this is the negotiator you've been telling us about, Istar. I was expecting a powerful, intimidating wizard, but this one, not so much.
I can assure you, from personal experience, Count Crowl, my master is very wise and strong, and in my opinion, has terrific fashion sense.
Oh, well, such is fitting for an ambassador to House Tabby. I still remember a time when this manor saw a veritable parade of kings and queens.
Oh, thank you, Murdoch, for the trip down memory lane. Now, Wizard, as to your agenda, unfortunately, we have little room to negotiate. House Tabby doesn't dirty its paws with the affairs of the desert dwellers. We are quite safe and happy here in the Agouti Rift.
Oh, yes, and with this claim unsettled, the Count hasn't the authority. I go now to ask why the Bene Gesserit refused to officially ordain him.
Oh, we can help with that. Like I said, my master is a terrific negotiator. We'll get this resolved in a jiffy. Come on, master. Let's go along. Oh, dear. I'm not so sure about this, master. I hear the Reverend Mother is not so nice either. But I couldn't think of anything else. Maybe if we convince her to approve the Count's claim, he'll owe us. And then maybe... Oh, I don't know, master. I'll just be quiet.
What the hell are they doing back over here?
As I was just reminding Murdoch, you're all wasting your time. I will never approve Count Crowell's claim to the lordship of Tabby Manor. You must understand, we sisters of the Bene Gesserit are the keepers of the breed. We've overseen the lineage of House Tabby for centuries. Count Crowl may be the highest-ranking contender for the lordship, but genetically he is not the proper heir. That would be Paul Atreides. Paul is of pure bloodlines, and we have tested him for this role since he was a kitten. Even now, he faces his final trials in the desert. If you truly wish to expedite the ordination, then go to the Eastern Dunes and assist him. Then the succession can be conducted properly.
All right, I guess. Murdoch, you're the house genie. Does this sound right to you?
Oh, yes, I suppose. Now that I think about it, the Bene Gesserit do traditionally decide such matters. This might be the proper thing.
All right, fine. Master, you should seek out this Paul Atreides in the Eastern Dunes. I'll stay here and try to keep everyone focused.
The eastern dunes stretch out to a distant horizon, unremarkable, but for a deep, quiet, droning sound, and the hint of spice on the wind. Among the dunes you spot a lone fellow traveler, a cat in regal attire. This must be Paul Atreides.
Greetings, wayfarer. I can't imagine what dire cause drives you to this desolate place, unless, like myself, your destiny enjoys a cruel twist. Ah, so you were sent. Thus the illusion of serendipity was arranged by the Reverend Mother, just as everything else I've known. Forgive me if I seem ungrateful. Your help is appreciated as much as it is needed. What irks me is just the deliberateness of it all. And yes, I know, the Lord's passing necessitates my return, but Bene Gesserit law demands I first pass the trial of the sandworms. In truth, the trial is more monotonous than difficult. I've gathered 10 dozen wormling scales. If you will get a few more, it will be done. Thank you. I would have sooner pulled out my whiskers than defeated another wormling, but the Bene Gesserit laws are now satisfied. Things were once different, you know. In ancient times, cat heroes defeated the great worms to prove themselves, but those days are long gone. The Bene Gesserit decreed that the great worms were sacred and started this tradition to collect wormling scales instead. Nowadays, the great worm melange has free reign here. Indeed, we avoid these dunes for fear of the monster. It's embarrassing, really. Perhaps. Yes. The Bene Gesserit would never sanction it, but I would like to prove myself in the ancient way. I would defeat Melange. Indeed. Before I return to accept the lordship, I must do this with your help. Venture into the cavern of the worm with me. Come, this way. I hope you can forgive me for drafting you into this effort, but I believe this is the true path to proving my worthiness, and I need help. My genes and a pile of wormling scales may have satisfied the Bene Gesserit, but how would I know if I truly merit the mantle of leadership? No, let us navigate this labyrinth and confront the great worm, who still terrorizes these lands. If we fall, then such is my fate. If the legends are to be believed, the great worm Melange has inhabited these caverns for centuries. She is as smart as she is dangerous.
I wonder if that's what this strange inscription says. If only I had time to study it. But such is the burden of my destiny. Let's go.
Alright, so I've got the code. Let's see here.
This is the great worm's lair. Smart as she may be, ancient stories say Melange could not resist a specific series of sonic vibrations. Some combination of using these sand thumpers will summon her. The trick is just figuring out what order in which to activate them.
Okay. We've got 3, 5, 2, 1, 4, 6. So 3, 5, 2, 1, 4, and 6. There we go. That's time. We've got the feints. We're all ready to go.
I banish you, worm, from these sands and canyons. Into the wastes you go, where no life persists. There, rumble away the remainder of your days. All right, I must confess, I am feeling quite worthy now. I will return to Tappy Manor and assert my claim. Meet me there.
Ah, so the traitor returns. Wizard, I am disappointed. Instead of helping settle my claim, you bring someone back to challenge it. If there was ever a chance of me agreeing to an alliance with Aggrobah, there isn't any more. Your treachery has accomplished that much. And as to you, young Atreides, did you honestly expect to walk in from the desert and be handed the lordship like some kind of treat?
I have the right by blood, Crowl. I passed the Bene Gesserit's trials, and I finally rid us of the Great Worm Melange.
He speaks truly. Despite his defiance in attacking Melange, the Reverend Mother supports Atreides' claim. It is your duty to step aside, Count.
I will do no such thing. You sisters can say Atreides has the better breeding, but Murdoch, correct me if I'm wrong, mustn't they show proof?
What? Oh, yes, I believe that is true, yes. To settle such matters, we've always consulted the House Qhat,
which has always been held in good faith by our vassal, and with House Persian in open rebellion. I fear we are at an impasse.
I think not. The wizard and I can swiftly remedy the situation. We will go to the vassal manse and retrieve the House Qhat by force.
See, I told you our campaign to take the manor would succeed. The Tabbies are arriving even now to switch with us and move into the manse.
Are you daft, Spitamenes? Do you see any luggage? Don't you think we'd be forewarned? I don't think that's why the Tabby is here.
No, we are here for our House Qhat. Hand it over, and we will leave peacefully.
You will leave, but it won't be peacefully. Spitamenes and I will remind you of why Persians will always be superior to Tabbies.
Damn.
I'll never understand how the Persians maintain this delusion of grandeur. Yes, they once ruled Mirage, but it's been centuries. The genie Istar told me of their dangerous scheme to resurrect Xerxes and the trouble that's caused. It's disappointing, as is this mess.
Meow! How dare you interrupt my grooming appointment? I was about to get my nails trimmed and my ears cleaned out. You'll pay for this, gods!
Yet more evidence to support my theory that all Persian cats are narcissists. Who knows, though? Perhaps the Duke will prove an exception.
Oh, is someone finally here with my bowl of warm milk? Wait, what's a tabby doing in here? Scat, you! Fine, I'll dirty my claws if I must. But it doesn't invalidate our claim. House Persian remains the rightful ruler of all Mirage. We've never conceded otherwise. I am not oblivious to the realities, however, and I am open to temporary compromise, but we must talk outside the manse. Come, As you might imagine, I can speak far more freely outside the earshot of my fellow Persians. Have to keep up a hardline appearance, of course. Wait, this isn't even about our claim to the lordship and our bid to take the manor? Fine. Then I won't bother to recall my assailants.
That's fine. Right now, we have simply come to collect our House Chronoshard.
Oh, you want your Chronoshard, Tabby? Must I remind you that the Agouti Chronoshard is shared between our houses? It's as much ours as it is yours. Yes, I am aware it's my duty to share it, but, well, no one's needed it for decades.
In the buried gardens? You must be joking!
We Persians never joke, Tabby. It's beneath us. The Chronoshard is indeed in the buried gardens, along with a squad of Xerxes dervishes. I suppose you've heard about our miscalculation in resurrecting the traitor Xerxes. He sent his men here to collect Persian antiquities. They demanded exclusive access to the buried gardens, but I owe them nothing. You'll have to fight them, but you won't hear me crying. Go on.
What's this? Did that prissy Duke Darius dare to betray us? I knew it. The modern House Persian is an embarrassment to our legacy. Let us destroy the Duke and every other living member of House Persian. They've brought it upon themselves. First, though, these interlopers.
I wonder why Overlord Xerxes would send his dervishes here. Surely it's not the Chronoshard. It has no value to anyone outside the rift. The Chronoshard is just a collection of sand grains, crystallized moments in the history of Mirage. Specifically those related to our house. It'll show whether my claim or Crowl's is stronger, but that's all. Maybe there's something else down here of value. I wonder. Let's go.
What now? Treasure hunters seeking to loot this place? Poor wretches. These antiquities belong to Overlord Xerxes now, in his brilliance. Few realize the key to controlling the world is first to control its history. It's how we conquered Mirage before, and how we'll do so again. Of course, we must destroy all who stand against us, both on the battlefield and off. I think we'll make an example of you. Yes.
I must confess, hearing the Overlord's strategy, I am both impressed and horrified. It's very smart, diabolical even.
Hello. I know Cosro didn't let you waltz in here, so you must have defeated him. Ah, you're the wizard the Overlord warned us about.
Yes, I believe he has special plans for you. But what are you doing here? The Chronoshard? That old thing? Why? It's worthless. I would simply give it to you, but my orders are to bring back everything to the Overlord. In fact, perhaps I'll bring you back as well.
It's clear the threat posed by Overlord Xerxes is all too real. House Qhat certainly has an interest in joining this alliance of yours, Wizard. First, however, we must settle the question of succession. Let's get the Chronoshard and return to the manor.
They've returned, just as the Reverend Mother assured us. Place the Chronoshard on the stand, and then let us discuss what we must do next. Well done. This will undoubtedly silence those who still have doubts about Atreides' qualifications. Now that the Agouti Chronoshard is secured, we need a chronomancer to come and perform the analysis to determine whose claim is stronger. The genie Istar has volunteered herself and the wizard to visit the Chronoverge and make the official request to the Chronomaster.
I should make the journey as well. The wizard has already given so much time and talent to this matter. It's only proper we contribute too.
No, Paul Atreides, the Reverend Mother requests your presence. You must visit the monastery to officially conclude your trials.
Oh, all right. I must visit the monastery to officially conclude my trials. Wizard, Istar, I wish you Godspeed.
Yes, be quick. The Chronoverge lies north of Caravan in the Rubel Wastes. The sands have settled and the way is clear.
go.
Wizard, a situation has popped up that you'll want to know about. Come see me in my office in the Arcanum as soon as you can.
What pet even is that? Because I know that's a pet. I think it's... What was it for ice? Probably would have,
Once
but...
again, and to an even greater extent than before, the dunes stretch out endlessly, baking beneath the desert sun. To the west, you can make out a swirling cloud of sand, pouring through a mass of suspended rock to the desert floor, the Chronoverge.
Oh, look, Master! There it is! The Bene Gesserit sisters said the portal would be flashy, and it sure is! That's how we get to the Chronoverge.
You step out of the portal to find yourself on a ledge, protruding from the suspended stone you saw from the wastes. Overhead, the sands of time slowly swirl downward to be funneled through the Chronoverge and onto the desert floor. Inside, you should be able to find the Chronomaster and deliver the request from House Tabby.
Welcome. It is not often we get visitors here. Wait, you must be the wizard Tyrell mentioned. The one who dueled Xerxes in his own tomb. That was a disappointing business. Tyrell not only betrayed his vows, but also put the fate of all Mirage in jeopardy. But I sense that's not the cause of your visit. Not specifically. Why then? A message from House Tabby? A request to read their Chronoshard. Yes, the Chronomancers are sworn to serve the House Qhats in such matters, but as you might imagine, the timing couldn't be worse. I would send Chronomancer Tyrell, but he's still performing penance for the violation of his vows. No, I will simply have to come myself. I have very little time to spare, however, so let's get this over with quickly. I will depart right away and meet you back at Tabby Manor.
Perfect timing, Wizard. I would have been uncomfortable proceeding without you present. The Chronomaster is about to reveal his findings. Before we do this, let me say, though it may not please the Reverend Mother, I promise to abide by the Chronomaster's ruling in this matter.
Paul Atreides,
do not be so hasty to renounce your claim.
The Bene Gesserit will ordain no one else.
Pardon me for interrupting, but this is unnecessary. Politics only hinders progress. I've studied the Chronoshard and my finding is clear. Per the house history, Atreides' claim is stronger. He is the proper lord. Now, before I go, I must say, I have concerns about the Chronoshard.
Pah! And I expect you would take it to the Chronoverge for safekeeping? No, it belongs here, for now. Don't worry, I will look after it.
Very well, then. I'll take your word for it, Murdak. And I'd ask you all to excuse me. I have pressing matters to attend to at the Chronoverge.
I don't care what that stupid Chronoshard says. I will not step aside. I am the Lord of House Tabby. As such, I'll be in the Lord's retreat.
The Count has transgressed. For this, he must be brought to heel and then exiled.
Oh, but come now, no need to be cruel. Wizard, go convince the Count to surrender. He can remain in the manor as a house retainer.
I knew it would eventually come to this. I might have helped you, you know. Atreides will only do so if it suits the Bene Gesserit. I realize it would be impossible for me to remain Lord at this point, but I will not compromise. Let us delay the inevitable no further. stay your hand, Wizard. I give. Mark my words, though, you've handed the lordship of House Tabby to a puppet for the Bene Gesserit. I know not by what magic they control Atreides, but he is oblivious. Watch, when we return, the Reverend Mother will decide my fate, you'll see.
It is disappointing, unfortunate even, that you felt compelled to fight this to the finish, Count Crow. It could have ended peacefully. Despite your stubbornness, your loyalty to House Tabby is doubtless. I think clemency is in order, allowing you to remain a house retainer.
But this decision belongs to our new lord, doesn't it? Paul Atreides.
I believe exile is the proper punishment, don't you?
Yes, Reverend Mother. Exile is the proper punishment. Count Crowl, you are hereby banished from the Agouti Rift. You may never return.
If this is the way things are going to be, then I welcome such punishment. Goodbye to you all. You will not see me again.
With that ugly business behind us, I can say that everything has concluded just as it should. I must return to the monastery. Good day.
That was strange. Such great sympathy I felt for the Count, but act on it I could not. I think I should rest. Yes, I'll see you all later.
Well, I hate to say it, but the Count was right. The Reverend Mother can clearly control Paul when she wants. Master, we have to do something.
Yes, that did seem strange. And the Bene Gesserit are known to employ such magics. You should go and discuss this with the Reverend Mother. Yes.
The Reverend Mother forewarned us that you might seek entry into the monastery without invitation. Your transgression must be punished.
Talk about a transgression. I can't believe all the sisters have to wear the same drab blue robes. I almost feel sorry for them. And you really think they're all sisters? That would be one big litter, Either way, we're here for the Mother. Lead the way, Master.
Your assistance in securing the lordship for Atreides was much appreciated, Wizard, but we need your help no longer, and you are not welcome. The Reverend Mother sent me to formally inform you of this fact and forcibly remove you from the premises. You will not get by me.
I never liked her. When you were gone with Paul, she was gossiping in the manner I usually enjoy a little gossip, but not like that. Reverend Mother this, Reverend Mother that, so repetitive. I think she was afraid of her, to be honest. I am too. Master, you can go first.
Ah, it seems Sister Irulan failed in her duties. She will have to atone for that. There will be no atonement for your transgressions, however. I was worried you might catch on to the enchantment placed on Paul. The Bene Gesserit are destined to govern House Tabby, and this is our way. Unfortunately for you, it must remain a secret for now, which means you know too much. Come, Wizard. I will try to make this quick and painless. Stand down, outsider. You've made your point. I will relinquish my control over Paul Atreides. This will remove the enchantment that bound him. We must simply trust that henceforth good breeding will ensure Atreides makes wise decisions. There, it is done. Return to the manor and you will find he is now free of my influence. I just hope we never come to regret this.
There you are! I was worried you'd left. I feel better now. I think this is the dawn of a new day, and perhaps even a new era for House Tabby. Wizard, House Tabby owes you a debt we can scarcely repay, and you have certainly earned our commitment to join the alliance against Xerxes.
Indeed, this Aggrobah alliance seems a very wise move. Ishtar convinced me of that. She deserves acknowledgement too. Such a smart young Ginny.
Why, thank you, Murdoch. That is very sweet of you to say. Aggrobah Alliance. I like the sound of that. Speaking of the Alliance, Master, you and I have more allies to visit. House Qhat is next. I'll go ahead to the Ruble Wastes. See you there.
House Qhat? Can't say I envy you paying a visit there. Of all the House Qhats, the Qhat are... Well, you'll see. Good luck, Wizard.
So, I have good news and bad news. Good news is no fight for the lordship of House Qhat. Bad news is the Baron is a little paranoid. Baron Harkonnen, that's his name. He thinks everyone is out to get him, and he won't let anyone inside the manor. The Qhat house genie, Nashkurgle, says the Baron will only respect a show of strength. So, we're going to have to be tough with him. I can teleport back inside, but you'll have to rough up the Qhat guards until one of them coughs up the manor key. Get the key, come inside, and hopefully by then I'll have found a way to get us an official audience with Harkonnen. Good luck, Master.
You do realize I can teleport too, right?
A guest? How rare these days. Come closer and explain your reason for being here. Indeed. So you're here to seek an audience with Baron Harkonnen. How interesting. As his physician, I must warn you that the Baron is a very sick man. One of the effects of his illness is that he's very confused. Some say he can be quite cruel, and it's true. A tendency to resort to violence is one of his symptoms, but we are working on that. If you seek an audience, however, you're in luck. I've just left him in his audience chamber. Go on in. Talk softly, and no sudden movements.
My lord, I must urge you to reconsider. Think it would be wise to at least talk to him.
How dare you question my decision, you hairball! Now, where was I? I don't pay you to be wise. I pay you to protect me.
I believe this is the negotiator here now.
What? How did they just waltz in here? You'll never mind. They're here to get me. Quickly, save me. Get them.
If you had just been patient. I was trying to reason with him, but now orders have been issued and they must be followed. Gods!
That's crazy word.
You may have defeated us, but the Baron has safeguards to prevent you from ever getting into his retreat. You might as well leave the manor.
There you are. I guess I forgot to tell you to turn, right? When you got into the manor? Silly me. Anyways, come this way and meet the Baroness.
Oh, dear. You met my husband, didn't you? He treated you horribly, didn't he? Oh, I am so sorry. He is sick, it's true, but it's no excuse. He doesn't even trust his own kittens. When they reach the age of adulthood, he sends them into exile. I don't have the strength to stop him. One of our daughters, Teddy, she had the strength, but he had her thrown into a snakish prison in Istanbul. Oh, I am too sad to talk anymore.
Thank the sass. If I have to listen to more weeping, I'll vomit. I don't know which is worse, the Baron's madness or the Baroness's sorrow. Teddy is truly the only hope for House Qhat and your alliance. Freeing her, though, would be impossible unless... Let's talk outside.
Alright, let's see what the gray question mark dialogue is.
I can't believe
Oh my god.
I told you all that. Oh, I'm so sad. So sad.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You have fun, though.
The Baroness knows the Baron must be overthrown, but she's squeamish. Best not to talk in there. Now about Istanbul. Centuries ago, After the reign of the Persians and Overlord Xerxes, the Serpentine Empire rose to power and ruled Mirage with an iron fang.
Ew! And it's a good thing they were defeated. I can't stand snakes. Did I tell you that already? I would never serve a serpent master.
How very interesting. Anyway, after they were defeated, the Serpentines fled into the underground city of Istanbul and hid the entrance. To rescue Teddy, you first need to find that entrance. A band of mongoose has taken refuge in a cavern across the basin. They may know how. The mongoose are wary of outsiders, but they are mortal enemies of the Serpentine, so they might help. Best of luck.
That must be the Mongoose refuge over there. You should know, Master. Some say the Mongoose were the greatest warriors in the history of Mirage. The Serpentines had subjugated everyone, even the noble houses. Total scaredy cats. But the Mongoose were immune to the Serpentines' venom. So the Mongoose marched across Mirage, slicing the Serpentines into ribbons. After that, they set up the Motoman Empire, or something like that. All that history stuff is confusing, you know? What matters is they can help us, I guess. So, off we go. All right, Master, I'll follow you.
Who dares enter the refuge of the Mongol warriors? Ah, of course. It's an outsider from another world. Otherwise, you would know better. I'm sorry to tell you, however, that your ignorance will not afford you a free pass. Allowing trespassers would destroy our credibility. No, I'm afraid that, like so many who came before, you must give me an opportunity to freshen up my combat skills. En garde!
Oh, whoa, he just pulled me. Interesting.
I admit, your magic is more than a match for my blades. But I have a secret, my brother Tiki. He is older and more skilled. We will await you in the next chamber, and together, we will be your downfall.
Yes, little brother. I see what you are saying. I welcome this challenge. It is an excellent opportunity for me to teach you some new tactics. Come at us, wizard. We are always eager to test our skills, particularly against a foe we have never faced. Sans! I underestimated this combatant. I hope you learned something though, Ricky. This is an excellent lesson. Wizard, you are formidable. But you have still not dueled the primo warrior in our family. With our older brother Tappy, we will defeat you yet.
Oh yes, how delightful. A new tasty morsel to slice up with my blades. I would take you myself, but my brothers clearly need more practice. You will find this battle considerably more complex than the last two. Approach and take a bite of taffy. have great prowess, Wizard. You have earned the respect of the mongoose, and that is no small thing. Now, what do you want with us? Do you want to break someone out of a snakish prison on Istanbul? Why didn't you say so?
Nope, okay. Or cut off the dialogue. WR3.
My brothers and I have discussed your delicious request, and unanimously decided we would be delighted to help liberate someone from Istanbul. As you have probably heard, the entrance to Istanbul is cleverly hidden. After the Mongols defeated them, the Serpentines holed up underground. They hope never to be disturbed again, but we have kept tabs on them all these centuries. The secret entrance is here, in the Rubal Wastes.
So, Master, much as I want to join you, remember what I said about snakes? Yeah, and it sounds like you have these guys to help you. So, how about I just head back to Calixco Manor and wait there? Perfect. Rescue Teddy, bring her back, and we'll deal with the Baron. See ya!
It is better she goes, as it is Jin who we must fight.
To expose the entrance.
You cannot see it, of course, but the vast underground city of Istanbul is directly below us. The entrance is known as the Snake's Maw. These dunes, Jin, have enchanted the Snake's Maw to keep it hidden from all but the Serpentines. To break the enchantment, you will have to convince one of the dunes' genie to make an exception. It shouldn't be too hard.
Give me a break, why don't you? You want into Istanbul? I can't imagine why, but why not? You can only bury your head in the sand for so long. All right, here you go. One snake's maw coming right up.
There it is, Big Dub.
And you're welcome very much. Now, if you don't mind, I have to get back to wandering the dunes. Goodbye.
See? Told you it wouldn't be hard. Jin have a lot of power, but they can't abide discomfort. Hassle them a little, and they'll do your bidding. All right, next part is on my brothers. Taffy will go in and make contact with our inside man. Tiki can help you get past the Serpentine Gate. I'll stay and make sure that Jin don't try to close the Snake's Maw and trap you inside. Go in and find Tiki. Be strong, Wizard. Good luck.
Here we are, the Serpentine Gate. The Serpentines built Istanbul to escape the surface, but now many instead seek to escape Istanbul. Their leader, Cobra Commander, maintains a ruthless regime. No one allowed in and no one allowed out of the gate, except his loyal Vipers. Fortunately, Taffy is very sneaky. He went in to make contact with our man on the inside. Getting you in will be more difficult. The gate captain keeps the gatehouse locked. Defeat enough Viper soldiers to lure him out, and I'll sneak in and unlock the door for you.
What's the matter, you...
Nope, or don't tell me, sure.
What's this? Makes no sense. How did you sneak into Captain Stratoviper's gatehouse?
You silly snakes never watch your backs. Don't worry, we're not here to invade your city. My friend will be in and out before you know it.
No one gets in or out through the Serpentine Gate. You seek to open it, you must face me. But you would be unwise to enter the city. When Cobra Commander hears about this, he will put all Vipers on alert.
Don't let his words concern you. The Serpentine's venom is strong, but their threats are often empty. You will be fine. Throw the gate switch, and then go through and find Taffy. I'll stay to keep the gate open. Taffy will help you get into the prison.
You throw the switch and the massive gears begin to grind. Outside, you hear the Serpentine gate being raised.
Right on schedule. My brother Tiki is clever, yes? No? You better hope he keeps this gate open. You don't want to be trapped in Istanbul. At this point, I'll be honest. I can only offer so much assistance. Getting into Istanbul is one thing, but a snakish prison is another. There is only one creature who has ever escaped from the prison here. And I warn you, he is an unsavory character, and perhaps unreliable. We have little choice though, so I have offered him a deal. He gets you into and out of the prison, and we get him out of the city. He's thinking about it now, but I expect he'll agree. Come, follow me to the safe house where he has been hiding out from the Vipers. Wizard, this is Snake Plissken, the only one who's ever escaped from a snakish prison. Snake, have you considered my offer?
So let me get this straight. I take you back into that snake pit of a prison, get you back out, and then together we leave Istanbul.
That is our offer. You are not only doing us a favor, but also helping to liberate a cat heiress who's been wrongfully imprisoned.
Stop pretending you respect me, Mongu, because we both know otherwise. And look, I don't care about you, this wizard, or any cat heiress.
Is that your answer?
I'm thinking. All right, guess I'm in. But we're gonna do this my way. You stick to the shadows, and the wizard and I take the heat. First, we need the prison blueprints. Architect's name is Anthemius. We'll have to rough up street vipers until they cough up his location.
Ah, then we have a deal. I'll sneak down and scout out the prison. You two get the architect's location from the Vipers, and then catch up.
You think Architect Anthemius, the square of a snake who designed the prison? He deserves suffering. His home is right off the street.
You've learned the location of the architect's studio? Very good. I went ahead and scouted out the prison. It is not what I expected. It is an atrocity. I do not even understand how such a square structure was built down here in this city of circles.
Yeah, well, they don't call it Tetris Prison for nothing. It's a jumble of edges and angles, impossible to navigate. Everyone hates it. And the snake responsible is Architect Anthemius. He's almost as hated as I am. Trust me, it's the last project he'll ever have.
But he has the blueprints for the prison, and that's what we need to rescue the Harkonnen heiress. So go to it. I'll be here.
Aha! I knew they would come. It's not enough that I must live with the shame of designing Tetris Prison. They would see me skinned as well. Wait, is that Snake Plissken the only prisoner to ever escape from Tetris? More to my shame. But I thought you were dead.
Yeah, you and everybody else. Escaping the prison was one thing. Escaping the city is another. Let's just say I had to lie low for a while.
Well, I appreciate you providing me with this opportunity. Apprehending you will help restore my standing. Ha-ha! Guards, get them! Enough!
I know when I've made a mistake. It may be the only thing I know how to do well. Do what you will with me. I'm a lost cause.
Spare us the self-pity, Anthemius. We just need the blueprints to that monstrosity of a prison you designed. Then we'll be off your scales.
Wait. You want the designs to Tetris Prison? That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I destroyed my copies years ago. If any copies still exist, only Chief Constructor Isabor would have them. Good luck getting the designs from him.
Yeah, real funny. Enjoy the joke, you pathetic bag of scales. We'll see who gets the last laugh. Come on, Wizard. Let's ditch this joint.
Last, the architect destroyed his copy of the Tetris Prison blueprints? Curse our bad luck. But we mustn't let this discourage us. We must persist in our cause. After all, somewhere down in the bowels of that heinous prison, an innocent cat is all alone.
Do I look discouraged? Misfortune's my middle name. The day my luck turns around will probably be my last, so don't worry about me. We just have to find this head constructor Isabor. That means we'll have to knock around some boa constructors. Won't be easy.
I don't know. I suspect this wizard can handle almost anything. We shall see, won't we? Good luck. I will wait here.
What's your beef with us? You're looking for the head constructor? He's over there in the constructor's depot. Now be gone with you.
Hey, you think you can bumble about and just bust in here? Wait, is that Snake Plissken? Well, I'll be coiled in a knot. Thought you was dead.
Yeah, well, join the club, pal. If I hadn't busted out of that blasted prison you built, I probably would be.
Is that so? Speaking of you busting out, that's been a bit of a bother. Cobra Commander's had us slaving away ever since trying to fix things. Funniest part is, we still haven't figured out how you escaped. Don't suppose you want to tell us? Fine. I guess we'll beat it out of you. You brutes. Much as I'd like to see you battered and bruised, I know when I'm beat. Cobra Commander's gonna be mighty mad, though.
Good. Tell that traitorous coward Snake Plissken's still around, and he hasn't forgotten his old friend. We'll cross paths again, he and I. Check it out. Looks like the prison blueprint's right over there. Let's get 'em and move on before Cobra Commander sends his elite Vipers. Here, let me have a look. I'll study the blueprints on the way back to your Mongu friend. Hopefully I can make some sense of them.
Finally, you found the blueprints. Well done. Now we just have to find a way into the prison, rescue the Hairconin girl, and escape again. Easy. As much as I enjoy sowing the seeds of chaos and disorder among the Serpentines, I must admit I am more than ready to leave this hole.
Don't count your snake eggs before they hatch, Mongu. Looking at these blueprints, we can't break in the way I broke out. Only way we're getting in is through the ruins of Constantinople. I assume you know Istanbul was Constantinople, but a long time gone now, of course. Don't ask me why it got the works. I just know there's a path in the ruins, the Snakish Passage, and we can use that to get into Tetris Prison.
Troubling. I heard those ruins are haunted by the ghosts of the ancient cats. But if you are sure this is the only way, then so be it.
Look at this place, will you? To think Constantinople was once the capital of the ancient cat empire. In the end, buried and forgotten. All right, well, enough sightseeing. The entrance to the snakish passage should be right over there. That'll get us into the... Looks like this is the welcoming party. Quiet punch, eh? Look, Wizard, you're gonna have to take the lead here. Ghosts are not my thing. What? No repentant apology? No throwaway sour grapes line? Just plain dumb silence. I know they're ghosts, but I expected something. Let's go. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. More of these quiet cats? It's a little unnerving. Yeah, I don't like this, not at all. Let's get it over with. So, what do you do when you're not, wizarding? Actually, never mind. I hate small talk, but this silence is killing me. Let's just keep moving. Finally, the Emperor himself. Come on, surely you've got something to say for yourself. Some vague, empty threat. This is crazy.
Meow. Meow.
Really? A haunted meow. Now I see why you guys keep quiet. The silence was better than that. Wizard, let's wipe the floor with this guy. To admit, those ancient cats weren't nearly as tough as I expected. Guess that's why they got beat by Babylon. Anyhow, this should lead us straight into the heart of Tetra's prison, and I believe that's where we'll find our girl. We're in, you see. When Snake Plissken strikes a deal, he delivers. Our girl's behind bars somewhere on this cell block.
Hey, aren't you a little short for a guard? And you with one eye. What are you guys, a comedy duo? You're here to rescue me. Oh, that's funny. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like to get rescued as much as the next girl, but I just don't know if you really got what it takes, you know?
Hold it right there, little Miss Sunshine. You're questioning our qualifications? I busted out of this prison before, and I can do it again.
Wait, you're Snake Plissken? I heard you were dead. Look, I'm not trying to threaten your exaggerated sense of self-worth. All I'm saying is freeing me isn't as easy as you think. I mean, hello, you need to get the cell key from the warden before we can do anything. Oh, I got it. Snake, since you're old friends, maybe he'll just hand it over. Anyways, armory's that way. I'm not going anywhere.
Great signs. What's this? Snake Plissken, we thought you was dead.
Yeah, well, surprise. Thought I'd come back and pay you knuckleheads a visit. Where's the warden? We just need a minute of his time.
We can't just let you into his office, I don't think. No, I think we're supposed to escort you back to your cell. Come on, Boas!
About time those bloated scale bags got a taste of their own venom. They knock me around every day in here. Now, where's that warden?
Snake Plissken, I knew you'd return. Those absurd rumors of your death. No, I knew fate would bring you back. Tetra's prison is where you belong.
I appreciate the offer, Warden, but I'm just passing through. Here to see a friend. Well, sort of. Don't suppose you'd hand over the cell key.
Silly Snake. You always were prone to delusion. You'll see things clearly after a few years in isolation. Guards, subdue the prisoner.
got the cell key. Good. I spent enough time in Tetris prison before this visit, so I say we wrap this up quick. Let's get the girl and get out.
Wait a minute. You really did all this for me? What's the catch? You want something, don't you? Yep. I see it in your beady little eye.
Hey, how about a little respect? Look, kitten, maybe not everyone's out to get you. How do you know this wasn't from the goodness of our hearts?
Because you're a snake? And don't call me kitten. Cough it up, wizard. What's your angle? Wait, you want to overthrow my father? Seriously? Well, all right then. The Baron's mad as a dried-out Drommel. I'm in. Just one thing we have to do first. Meet me in the street and I'll explain.
What's she thinking running out into the street like that? Crazy cat. Maybe she's not so bad after all. Come on, we better go after her.
So we got a mongoose, a wizard, and a snake with an eye patch. You're a ragtag bunch. My kind of crowd. Not saying I trust you, but it's a start. So here's the deal. To get rid of me, my sweet father, the Baron, cut a deal with the Serpentines. With Cobra Commander himself, in fact. As payment for getting me out of the way, the Baron handed over our House Qhat. We can't leave Istanbul without it.
Out of the question. Unquestionably. We've risked too much already, and charging into the Viper's Den would be pure madness.
Speak for yourself, Mongu. I've got a score to settle with Cobra Commander. Just needed an excuse. Cower here if you like, but I'm going in.
Well, Wizard, I got the impression you really did the heavy lifting in the prison. He'll get clobbered without you, won't he? You better go.
I had a feeling you'd wind up joining me. Honestly, charging off like that was just a bluff. Alone, I'd be trampled. So I'm glad you came. Cobra Commander and I go way back. I'm talking eggs in the same nest. Before he became a control freak, started giving orders. I'm not too good at following orders. You may have noticed that. So he eventually tossed me in Tetris prison. Now it's time for payback.
Shots of Vipers at attention! We have an intruder in the den. Our mortal enemy, Snake Eyes. Neutralize him, or suffer Cobra Commander's wrath!
So I guess you're wondering why he called me Snake Eyes. That's what they called me in the Serpentine Special Forces Unit, the G.I. Joes. When Cobra Commander seized power, we stood against him. That's when I lost the eye and the name. Can't really go by Snake Eyes with only one. I've gone by Plizkin ever since. Suits me better these days, but it doesn't mean I forgot. No, and it's time to remind Cobra too.
Snake, I would say I'm pleased to see you, but we both know that's not the case. I actually heard you were dead.
Yeah, I heard that too. Also heard you were Cobra's right-hand man these days. Funny, I always had you pegged as the guy calling the shots.
You never know. Perhaps I'm playing the long game. Perhaps. It's a shame you won't be here to find out. Time for me to make the rumors true.
Good riddance. That silver-scaled boa was the one who first corrupted my nestmate. Not that there's any chance for redemption, mind you. Nah, I figure it's either Snake or Cobra at this point. And you can probably guess who gets my vote. Come on, let's get this over with.
Look here!
if it isn't my old nestmate and nemesis. Things have been dull around here without you. It's been too long, Pliskin.
Call me Snake. Trust me, I know how long it's been. I was counting the hours, rotting away in Tetris prison, dreaming of this moment.
You always were an idealist. That's what made you weak. You're a relic. There's no room for serpentines like you in modern serpentine society. Stop this blathering and let's get on with it. Ready to lose your other eye? Oh, don't worry. I won't stop there.
All right, let off the poor wretch. I think he's had enough. You know, Cobra, you and I used to be pals till you went and betrayed me. Haven't had too many friends since then, but I think I found a new one today in this wizard, and this one's really got my back.
Stop gloating and just level with me. Are you going to kill me, Snake?
Not now, I'm too tired. Nah, maybe later. We are going to take that chrono shard, though, and then we're going to leave the city. In peace, I hope.
You'll never leave the city! You won't get past the Serpentine Gate! And then I'll see you thrown back in Tetris Prison, where you belong!
We'll see about that. Come on, wizard. Let's get your chrono shard and get out of here.
The Iridian Chronoshard is warm and hums quietly as you stow it in your pack. Now you and Snake Plissken can escape from Istanbul.
You got the Chrono Shard? Nice. I know it's not all that valuable, but it belongs with House Qhat. Unless you guys have further business in this hole, I'd say we're ready to skedaddle on out of here and get back to Qhat Manor.
With all due respect, Miss Harkonnen, let's not encourage Pliskin to charge off again. You and I go first. The Wizard and Snake can follow.
You better not be double-crossing me, Mongoose. We had a deal. I held up my end. You promised me safe passage out of the city.
And you will receive it. My brothers will keep the gates open until you and the wizard are clear.
I can't believe it. They actually held up their end of the bargain. Maybe my luck's finally turning around. Let's go.
Looks like everyone escaped in one piece, as promised. The Harkonnen girl has returned to Qhat Manor, but we waited for you too. Our arrangement is now concluded, and Wizard, we have enjoyed our part thoroughly. Our inside man turned out to be reliable after all. In fact, we have another deal for the Serpentine. We'd like to offer you a job. You could join our order. We'd make a good team, Snake.
The name's Plissken, and I'll have to think about it. In the meantime, I gotta get out of this sun. Find another hole to crawl into. Wizard, it's been good times, my friend. Anytime you want to do it again, you can count me in. I'll see you around. Until then, take care.
Well, I guess that's that. Wizard, we won't delay you any further. I know the Harkonnen...
Oh, yep. Let's hear that again.
Well, I guess that's that. Wizard, we won't delay you any further. I know the Harkonnen girl needs you at Qhat Manor. Good luck.
Wizard, I'm glad you're here. We're having a little misunderstanding, and I'm hoping you can help clarify things with the Baron. Father, I know we didn't get as much quality time after you shipped me off to a snakish prison, but I'm trying to be as nice as possible here.
As your chief advisor, Baron, I do advise you to pass the leadership on to Teddy. Considering your condition, it's what's best for the house.
Considering my condition, Dr. Yu says, he says his new treatment will cure me. This kitten has no right. No, if you want to take leadership of of House Qhat, you'll have to rip it out of my cold, sickened claws. I'll be in my retreat.
After hearing of your exploits in Istanbul, Wizard, I can think of none better suited to finish this than you. Try not to make too big a mess.
Oh, don't worry. I'll go along too. We'll keep things tidy, won't we, Master? All right, let's go.
Who dares enter the Baron's private retreat? I'm afraid he's not feeling well and cannot entertain guests now. You'll have to come back.
I think maybe you guys just didn't get the memo? The Baron's no longer the boss around here. His daughter, Teddy, yeah, she's taken over.
Blasphemy! Such words shall not be uttered. Guards, silence him!
So, no offense, Master, but I would think you've earned a reputation. Doesn't anyone ever just surrender? No? I was afraid you'd say that.
Must it really come to this? I told you from the start, the Baron is ill. Can you not just humor him? My new treatment will fix everything.
Sorry, Doc. The sick card only works for so long. I think the Baron's burned through his excuses at this point. Don't you, Master?
I cannot allow you to interfere with my patient's progress. No more bedside manners from this physician. The surgical gloves are off.
Actually.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, would you want a doctor like that treating you? People like that should be licensed or something.
Welcome to the pit of despair. Don't even think about trying to escape from here.
Hello? We're not trying to escape. We're trying to convince you to step down peacefully and let your daughter take over.
Don't even think. Don't think about that either. A kitten to run House Qhat? Never! I'll crush you into kibbles and bits. Feeling a little woozy. You'd beat down a sick cat? Shame on you. I'll be back. You haven't seen the last of Baron Herr Conan.
Actually, I'm pretty sure we have. Nash Kurgle sent word to the Mongoose. Soon as the Baron leaves the manor, he gets an escort to Istanbul.
Gas.
So it's done then. He's gone and I'm in charge? Wow. Imagine that. I didn't see this coming when I was rotting away down in that prison. I couldn't have done it without you, Wizard. Well, maybe if I hadn't been stuck in Istanbul, but that's beside the point. What's important is that this business you mentioned with that ancient Persian guy, Xerxes? Was that his name? Either way, we'll help.
Of course we will. I must add my appreciation as well for the return of the Chrono Shard. I will personally safeguard it going forward.
Sounds like our work here is done, Master. Only one more house to recruit to the Alliance. House Siamese in Yakal Mountain. Should be easier. House Siamese is more eccentric, but more friendly too. I'll go ahead and butter up the house genie. I have a great idea. Oh, see you there.
The interior of Yakal Mountain is a stunning display of the Siamese cat's sophistication. They replicated the environment from the rifts. The difference is that they built it themselves, a mini metropolis with an industrial cooling system. Ishtar should be here somewhere.
Over to Ishtar.
Oh, hello, Master. How was the journey? Good, I hope? Yeah, because remember how I thought this would be easy? I'm not so sure anymore. I might have screwed things up with the house genie, Seamus. I brought him this cute antique tea set only to learn he hates antiques. And tea! So, Seamus is only willing to help so much. And of course, there's more. The real trouble here is that there's a rebellion underway. It seems the vassals, House Qhat, are rebelling against the Siamese. Come with me up to the basking grounds and meet Chairman Meow. The chairman has an offer. Some way we can get him to join the Aggrobah Alliance. It's a start, at least, isn't it, Master? Let's
This
go.
isn't politics, sir. It's personal. The moment I met her, I knew she was the one, and nothing could keep us apart.
Jeez, Frieda, why are you acting like some kind of lovesick puppy dog? Stop being so serious. Get out and bask in the sun, why don't you?
The chairman has guests. If the vice chair would be so kind as to excuse himself, we can move on to more pertinent business.
If you don't want me here, then I will indeed make myself scarce. But we will discuss this matter at a later time. I am resolved.
So, look what the cat dragged in. Finally, we get the real negotiator from Aggrobah. This prissy little genie gets on my nerves.
It's Istar. My name? It's Istar.
Istar, Mistar, Whiskar, who cares? Look, you guys want an alliance, right? Maybe you do something for us, we do something for you. Our vassals, House Qhat, are jealous. So they started this rebellion. It's like they want to bring down the mountain for no reason.
It's infuriating. We Siamese designed this mountain. We allow the brutish Qhat to stay. But only if they keep the cool air coming.
And that's what they'll do, because you, Wizard, you're going to make them. Go down to the cat spa and meet Prefect Josephat. He knows what to do.
Is it me, Master? Or were those cats really rude? Not that it matters, I suppose. For now, we just have to play along and find this prefect.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must be the one sent by Chairman Meow to help with the rebels. A sorry business, all this. Quite depressing, really. I've been trying to calm the rebels down, but they won't hear me out. Being a Boombai myself, they see me as a traitor, of course.
It sounds like the rebels have gone past the point where reason would help. They're actually trying to bring down the mountain?
Bring down the mountain? Who said that? The chairman, or was it that foul Gufang? Regardless, it's pure rubbish. Bah! Both of them bury their heads in the sand. If they would only listen, but it's not my place to say, not if I value my position as prefect. Speaking of keeping my job, the chairman wants us to arrest the rebel leader. First, we need to know the location of their headquarters. As you can see, I'm not much of a fighter, so it falls on you. Convince the rebels to give up the location and then go confront their leader.
Our headquarters is on the promenade in plain sight. We do not hide from you or the Siamese oppressors. You want more battle? Bring it.
The Siamese don't even deign to come down from the basking grounds and confront us themselves. This is why we must bring them down. Instead, they send some outsider to raid our headquarters. Let us return this outsider to the sender.
Oh, I see now, Master. It's not so much that they want to bring down the mountain as to bring down the Siamese. That makes more sense.
It's about time. I knew they would eventually send someone to try to stop us. You are a lackey to the Siamese, and you will pay for it. may be defeated, but the rebellion is not. Strike me down and another leader will rise in my place. Even now, the Ice Princess rallies new cats to the cause in the ice kennels where... Oops. Forget I said that.
Well, Master, I guess we know where we're going next. Let's go tell the prefect.
So, the rebel headquarters is right there in the open? Doesn't seem like a very discreet place for it. But if you found the leader, jolly good. The Ice Princess? Can't say I've heard of anyone like that. It's certainly not an official title. I suppose we'll have to investigate. Down in the ice kennels, eh? That is where they make the ice that keeps the basking grounds cool. Makes sense to rally support down there. The kennels level is just down the elevator. It's restricted to ice keepers only, but we'll have to risk it. Follow me. This self-styled princess could be holding rallies anywhere down here. You'll have to challenge the ice keepers to find out where.
There we go.
Why you meddle in the internal politics of Yokkall Mountain, I cannot imagine. But the Ice Princess is not in hiding. She's in the deep freeze.
She's in the deep freeze? Brrr. I get shivers just thinking about it. Hardly seems a place for a princess, or anyone for that matter. I'm afraid my fur is too thin to brave the deep freeze. So, once again, the responsibility here will fall on you, Wizard. Find this Ice Princess and convince her to stop recruiting cats to this mad rebellion. I will go and brief Chairman Meow on what we've learned.
I'm impressed. I knew the Siamese would send someone, but I didn't think you could handle the cold. Let's tan down the temperature, shall we?
You're asking me if I can handle the cold?
I was trying to be tough, Master, but now that the cat's out of the bag, I have to admit, I am a little chilly. Let's keep moving.
The Siamese had me working down here so long, I froze solid. But somehow, I developed powers, too. Come closer. Let me show you.
I think I'm good.
Ooh, that was chilling, wasn't it, Master? I made a joke! What? You don't think I'm funny? Fine. Last time I tried to cheer you up.
Bro.
What's the meaning of this? An outsider? I know you didn't just wander into the deep freeze, so am I to assume the Siamese sent you?
You assume correctly, but I'm not sure we came to the right place. Unless, are you the Ice Princess?
My comrades have taken to calling me that, but it's not a title of my choosing. My name is Miriam, and I am really just a humble ice keeper. I was, at least, until I saw the truth. The Siamese bask in the sun while we freeze down here. They must fall, just as those who stand with them. proven your magic is superior to mine, Wizard. But you cannot convince me to abandon my cause. Until justice is done, I will not rest. The Siamese designed this mountain, but that doesn't give them the right to bask in the sun all day while we toil.
Oh no, I knew this would happen. I told you, Miriam, you can't be so exposed. If you were lost, your followers would be devastated. As would I.
Your concern is touching, my love. But what we're fighting for is too important. I can't allow our relationship to interfere with...
And I wouldn't ask that. You're just as stubborn as the chairman. Neither of you has expressed even the slightest willingness to talk. There may be a way to work all this out, however. Alright, listen everyone. This fighting isn't getting us anywhere. We need open communication between the two sides to make progress. We need to talk, not fight. Miriam, you know I love you, but I honestly think you're being just as hard-headed as the chairman in this respect.
You mean your father? Is that why you asked me to stop fighting? Tell me this, if he won't listen to you, why should I?
That's not fair. You know I don't take my father's side in this. My loyalties are divided. That's why I need the wizard's help. Wizard, there's a desert legend about a place known as the Tower of Babel. Inside is an artifact that can overcome all communication barriers. For the good of both the Bombay and the Siamese, I ask you to visit the Tower of Babel and find this artifact. Please, you must.
So now you two are conspiring with the Ice Keepers? Give me one good reason I shouldn't tell Chairman Meow you've betrayed him.
I'll give you two. First, because you have to cool down. All this anger is not healthy, Seamus. Second, because we're going to fix things. My master and I are journeying to the Tower of Babel, where we will retrieve an artifact to help everyone around here stop being so silly.
The Tower of Babel? Are you sure? Talk about being bad for your health. It's very dangerous, but I have nothing to lose. All right, I'll make a deal. I'll support this mad endeavor on one condition. You bring back the Yakal Krona shard. They say it's there.
It's a deal, but when we come back, not only do you have to support us, but you have to be nice, too.
Maybe, but no promises on that front, lassie.
Kind of a weird place to build a tower, isn't it, Master? Oh, and there's a guard. Let's go talk to him.
None shall pass. According to Babel Tower Regulation 1304, suspicious persons are banned from entering the tower during restricted hours. Additionally, I should point out that Regulation 1845 requires you vacate the vicinity of the tower after you've been turned away.
Well, these rules sure don't allow for much fun. You know, I am a genie. If you let us in, I could grant you a wish.
Afraid not. Regulation 515 forbids the tower guard from making deals with Jinn, so that wouldn't be an option.
Well, then you could just let us in to be nice. Or is being nice against the rules, too?
Well, I mean there's Regulation 3612, but of course, I suppose there is no rule preventing me from being nice. Very well. Prove your intentions are good, and you may enter. Defeat some of these pesky sandwiches, and I'll grant you provisional entry.
We're done, don't you think, Master? That should be enough sandwiches for anyone.
So, you defeated some sandwiches, did you? I suppose that speaks to your general disposition. I am authorized to grant provisional entry. According to Regulation 385, provisional entry means you're authorized to enter the tower provisionally. Once inside, you must proceed directly to Nabopolisar and apply for permanent access. Otherwise, you will be removed from the premises.
This doesn't seem so dangerous, does it, Master? In fact, the babblefish look quite friendly. Let's talk to this Nabo... whatever his name.
I love this guy's voice.
What have we here? Visitors? How quaint! It's been... I can't even count the years. I hope the guard hasn't been turning people away again. Oh, so it was the guard. How refreshing. And here I was beginning to think no one cared about knowledge and communication anymore. That is why you've come, isn't it? I would be horribly disappointed otherwise.
Of course. My master and I came here seeking a magical artifact. It's supposed to help overcome communication barriers?
The Ark of Empathy? So not all the House Qhats have forgotten. The cats once used the Ark often. We kept it here, in the Halls of Clarity. But over time, the House Qhats withdrew from world politics and quit communicating. The Halls of Clarity have become the Halls of Confusion. The Ark of Empathy remains, and you're welcome to it, but I fear disuse has driven even the books in there to turn dangerous. Good luck to you. I wish there was another way to recover the Ark, but the House Qhat's isolation came at a price, and it seems you are the only one here to pay it.
Whoa! Talk about scary! I don't know how dangerous they are, but these titles sure are intimidating. That was elucidating. I think I even expanded my vocabulary. Let's see what's next. Look, Master, it's the Ark already. Antipathy, that's the same as empathy, right?
Sure. Whatever you say.
Alright, so maybe I was wrong. Note to self, antipathy is not a good thing. Let's just move on now.
Getting some couch potatoes, though.
And what are you doing in here? This chamber is for spirits only. One step further, and you will be banished with extreme prejudice.
Alright, that must be the real Ark of Empathy there. Let's take it and leave before we run into some other form of foolishness. Back to Nubba, whatever his name is. We need to get the Yakal Chrono Shard too, unless we want to turn Seamus against us.
Does she know?
You survived the Halls of Confusion? You have the Ark. Oh, that must have required a great deal of courage and insight. I am most amazed. So you will return the Ark to the House Qhats? I hope they are still susceptible to its influence. I'd go along, but the House Qhats make me nervous.
Indeed. We'll be on our way. There's just one more teeny-weeny little thing. We kinda need to bring the Yakal Chrono Shard back, too.
Hold on. You mean the House Qhats are not only trying to communicate again, but they've rekindled an interest in their history?
Favorite line delivery in the entire game. 3, 2, 1.
Dear, the cat had my tongue. This is unprecedented, but not unwelcome. Please, take the Chrono Shard, and my good wishes too.
I will see you later, Nubba Palasar, my goat. Yoinky.
Well, Master, let's just hope this Ark of Empathy does what it's supposed to. Come on, let's go find out.
Oh, it's you. You fools took too long. I hope you at least recovered the Chrono Shard. That way your journey wasn't a complete waste. After all that's transpired, you've little chance of finding support for your alliance. There's basically no hope for peace at this point.
He's right. I warned Frieda, but he wouldn't listen. When he came to tell Chairman Meow of his plan, the Siamese hardliners went ballistic.
Pardon me. Sorry to butt in, but I believe there is yet hope. The chairman was open to possibility. It was Gufang who ruined everything. Gufang and the Siamese hardliners took the chairman and the vice chair hostage. They're being held in Gufang's laboratory. I suspect, Wizard, that if you have this artifact and you were to liberate the chairman, we still might be able to forge a compromise.
Then we'll go to the laboratory straight away. We're not giving up. Come on, Master. Gufang has no idea who he's messing with.
Oh me, oh my. What is that terrible stench? It smells like an old litter box.
That might just be you.
It's that riffraff Vice Chair Frieda associates with. It doesn't smell like my litter box. But of course, my litter has odor control crystals.
So does mine. It also has superior clumping granules.
Okay, we don't need to hear about that.
Let's pick a litter later. Right now, let's neutralize these interlopers.
You don't think we really stink, do you? I mean, we have been on the road for a while, but I think they were just being catty. I hope, at least. Either way, as soon as we get back to Khasra Palace, I'm taking a bath. Oh, I can't wait, Master. Oh, let's hurry up and get this done.
Well, look what the dog dragged in. You must be the troublemakers Vice Chair Frieda sent after this special artifact. You should know that we no longer have need of the artifact. Yes, we've reached our own compromise. And by that, I mean there won't be one. Now, if you please, I would ask you to leave. If you don't please, then we will just have to make you.
I have to say, other than Frieder, the Siamese are the snobbiest, most self-centered creatures in all Mirage. Now, where's that goofbang guy?
I can't believe this! The nerve of you people to just storm into my laboratory. Have you no respect for Siamese tradition? Of course not! You are outsiders, unworthy in every aspect. We shouldn't even let people like you inside the walls. You only bring discord and violence. In fact, I suspect it's your influence that's encouraged the rebels. And it's just as well. When I bring you down, the rebellion will fall too.
I went out on a limb for this plan. Getting catnapped was not part of it. I hope you at least have this artifact thing.
You do? Fabulous. I'll take it. Come along, Father. That wasn't so difficult now, was it? I've been telling you both, if you just sit down and have a civil conversation, compromise is possible. Wizard, you won't believe what's happened. Everyone's on board. Bombay's will end the rebellion, and Siamese will share Icekeeper duties.
And the Boombai will be granted equal time in the basking grounds. My comrades won't lay down their weapons until these conditions are met.
Of course! I didn't mean to make you jealous. It's not like I ever said the Siamese had a monopoly on the sun. That would be absurd. No, we'll share in your stupid ice duties and make more room in the basking grounds. Really, it's not like it's a big deal.
Okay, bro.
I probably would have agreed to this before. I mean, I'm a really generous guy.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. We didn't even need this silly artifact.
I'm not so sure about that. Something certainly changed around here. And, of course, we will now join the Aggrobah Alliance.
There is still the matter of the Yakal Kronishard. I assume that you did bring it back from the Tower of Babel?
Of course. It's right here, safe and sound. And with that, Wizard, we've got all the houses on board! I'll meet you back at Khasra Palace.
Our hero returns from another successful quest. Istar told me everything, but I still cannot believe you convinced the cats to join us. And so quickly, too. But it is fortunate, because no sooner did the House Qhats arrive than the Overlord appeared at our gates. I think this Xerxes was disappointed to discover we had forged such an alliance. He is now asking for a parley outside the gate. The Cat Lords have gone to meet him, but your presence is requested as well. Ozzy and I waited for you, so we might go together.
I figured, the wizards dueled Xerxes before, and just in case it goes that way, probably better to make our entrance with you.
Yes, but we should delay no further. If we can avoid a siege, it is in the best interest of the people. Let us hurry to the North Gate.
Well, how about that? Overlord Xerxes. Suppose it's a good cliffhanger to leave off on for the time being. Next stream when? We'll see when I'm available. It probably won't be tomorrow. But I do want to this weekend at some point. So that'll be the goal. Okay, live tomorrow. It says it's supposed to be about PvP. Did they mention any specific topics they're going to bring up? No, they did not. I think they're just going to talk about like just general stuff that's going on. I was not soloing Xerxes, not tonight at least. But yep. That Storm moving ice would be cool. Tapestry penguins, depending on if you get a shad or not. True, but then, you know, Sound of Musicology also exists, so kind of is what it is there. Ending stream is illegal while I'm about to commit a crime. So thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you would like to chat with me some more. We're going to be doing Overlord, Xerxes, and the rest of Mirage in episode 6. And I will see y'all later.